So let's walk around. Let me kind of give you the vision of why I did the rooms, the way I did them, the things that are going to go in these bedrooms, and like we'll talk a little bit about price point. If you guys have any questions along the way, since it's a smaller, intimate group, just ask them, okay? Just so you know what I end up doing, since we're standing in this area, this whole back wall from this end of the home, and if you go to this home or part of the home, this wall, we created that wall, and we put a wall down the center of it to create 2 bedrooms. Okay, so this was actually, in the wall that you're standing behind, this was actually a whole entire open floor plan. Okay. So I created 3 bedrooms just out of this whole living dining room area. All right, and then the existing floor plan was 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. So you need, now it's 7 bedroom, 2 bathroom. You need, for every 4 bedrooms, you need 1 bathroom for pad split regulations. Okay, if you're gonna list on pad split. Obviously, you're doing your own, that's up to you. So let's start right here, room number 1. This is a room that we did. This is actually my smaller bedroom. I'm gonna go back to what I said before. I'm not doing smaller bedrooms anymore just because I want retention rate. I don't want people to feel like they're in a prison cell. I want them to feel like, hey, this is roomy, this is cozy. I can add, typically we don't let them add furniture in the property, but if somebody says, hey, I read a lot of books, I wanna bring my bookcase, I'm okay with that. Right, I'll bend the rules a little bit, right? Some people ask that. I've had people ask that before. Hey, can I bring my TV stand that I really like? One piece of furniture in a room is fine, but I'm not allowing them to bring their own setup.
Do you require to have a window in each room?
Yes, so it's required. It's not me required. It's a code. And no, it's fire code. Okay. So what ends up happening is if there's a fire in here, for fire and safety regulations, they have to have 2 points of egress. So for instance, I need to be able to get out the window that way, and if there's a fire coming this way, I need to go this way, right? So every single room, you need to have 2 points of egress. So you'll see every single bedroom, there's a window. So when you're setting up these bedrooms, if you're not cutting windows into the actual existing structure, and you're only putting up walls, when you're putting up your walls, you need to focus on where the windows are at. That's a super huge thing. Another thing you can see here, this was actually the ceiling fan prior. So we have to push that in. So for every bedroom, when you have your SOP, your standard operating procedures, you're gonna look at 3 things. Where are my windows at? Where are my fans, or if any electrical that's in the room? What's the third one? AC. Yeah, AC is another big thing, because now that we're putting up walls, guess what? You gotta move vents. So those are 3 things you wanna look at when you're putting up walls. So it's simple. So like for instance, if we had to move this vent, all the HVAC technician has to do is go up there and add another run, right? Boom, no problem. That's simple stuff. And which the guys that I work with, they're doing all 3 of those things, like a foot or 2. It's it, right?
So electricity is included, internet's included.
Yes.
As it is when you come in.
Imagine if I told you there's a way to boost your income without juggling countless real estate deals. You see, there's a common misconception that purchasing large opportunities in real estate is intimidating and complex. But let me assure you, it's not as daunting as it seems, and you're much closer than achieving that than you realize. Not too long ago, I was right there where you are, and wondering how to transition from working from others to building my real estate empire. Real estate always seemed like an option, but the idea of accumulating multiple properties quickly fell out of reach. That's when I stumbled upon an exit strategy called pad split. I soon realized that the effort required to acquire numerous single-family homes is comparable to closing on just one pad split property with multiple units. Not only is it easier, but the returns come in much faster. I had finally discovered the pathway of breaking free from the 9-to-5 grind, and I haven't looked back ever since. Whether you're starting out of aiming to scale your investments, I'd like to invite you to a free upcoming pad split webinar training. Here I'll reveal the exact steps and process I've used to achieve the success and how you can replicate it. This is completely free. All I ask in return is 40 minutes of your time, and I'll introduce you to an opportunity that can truly transform your life. Don't hesitate. Click the link below to register for free now, and I'll see you on the other side. Correct. Everything and all furniture. Everything's included. And so what the cool thing about that is, just to kind of talk about it again, they don't have to put first, last, and security deposit down. They're paying typically anywhere from a move-in fee of $49 upwards to $97. I can set the move-in fee of whatever I want. My Jacksonville property, because I wanted to occupy it really quick, I put it to $0.
So that's just an administrative.
Right, it's just, yeah, and it helps cover cost if you ever have to turn the room. So for instance, when my property is getting cleaned every single month, which is on a property like this, it'd be once or twice a month. My cleaner will come in here and clean all the common areas, right? Not the bedrooms. when somebody moves out of the bedroom, maybe they're here for 3 months, they move out, that moving fee will help offset that cost you have to pay them. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So this is my smallest room, guys. You can come in here. You'll see 2 forms of egress, right? You have, this room will have a full-size bed in it. Now remember, when you price your rooms, things you can price more on are the size of bed you have. Do you have a ceiling fan? Do you have a reach-in closet? All my properties have reach-in, or all the bedrooms in this house have reach-in closets. Now, when I first started doing this, I didn't do the reach-in closets. I went like, oh, how can I do this the cheapest? How can I just put a dresser in there? Because on pad split, you just need a bed, a table lamp, and a dresser, and 2 forms of egress, and 80 square foot minimum per bedroom. If you meet those requirements, you can go ahead and
So
put.
how many square feet is this?
Oh, this is probably like 100.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like 100 square foot. But again, I'm going away from these smaller bedrooms.
Right.
This bedroom actually turned out a little bit smaller than I expected, but that's okay. We can only run the wall so far that way because guess what? People have to go into the hallway there. You see? Now, with that hallway, I probably could have made it a little bit smaller because the opening on a hallway only needs to be like 36 inches. Right. I could have probably made that a little bit smaller and brought the wall out that way, but we didn't end up doing that, right? So also, reach-in closet, this gives me a premium. The ceiling fan was going to give me a premium. 2 forms of egress, guys, and I'm more than 80 square foot.
Big farm there.
Yeah, this is great.
Huge bonus.
This is a huge bonus. Like, come on, man. Like, who wouldn't want this? Like, an ocean view. Like, come on, look at that. That's a nice ocean view right there. Like, somebody would love that view right there. But, so these are some of the things to consider. Another thing I want to touch on about closets. 2 things, and I know you can't see it because we're in the drywall phase. All my walls are soundproof, right? I know I keep talking about it, and a lot of people ask me about it. So, right.
Sound thresholds for people inside the room.
Yes. So what happens is, so you see the drywall, how thin it is? Think about that. If I didn't soundproof the drywall, what happens is people coming in and out of that door or talking in the hallway or the kitchen right here, it's going to create this person to have frustration. For instance, if they work at nighttime, maybe at a hospital, and guess what? They need to sleep in the daytime, and most of the foot traffic is in the daytime, and people are making a lot of noise. This person's bed's probably going to run this way at some point, right? They're going to be a little bit frustrated. So spend that couple extra bucks to do the soundproofing. Because remember, the only thing that's holding that sound out is that small little drywall.
So what do you put in between?
We have soundproof insulation. Okay. And then around the outlets, we put outlet covers that are soundproof as well.
So it's like a roll-in, it's not blow-in.
No, this is a roll-in insulation, right? This is a roll-in insulation inside these walls.
Do you put doors on your closets?
Yes. We put doors on the closets, which are bifold doors, and then what we do is we put the racks so they can hang their clothes. So they can literally come in here when they get the room and it's 100% ready. We're pretty much, right now we're almost at the tail end. Right now these guys are going to come in, they're going to sand the walls, they're going to texture the walls, let that cure for a day or 2, and then they're going to come in and paint. For the closets right here, they will have that rack in there, and then when they get the room, actually there'll be that bifold door, but not only that, they'll have hangers in there as well. We include like 5 or 6 hangers so they can come in and hang their shirts. They want to bring more hangers, they can bring more hangers. But they can utilize this not only for clothes, they can utilize this for storage if they want. Okay?
Okay. So you have a garage here?
Yeah, we'll go through that in a second. You're getting a little far. Don't worry. We'll go through that in a second.
One other question. When you started, did you have a minimum cash threshold that you were willing to devote to each home?
Yeah, great question, actually. Very great question. So my strategy is on these deals, ideally, I want to be in no more than 15%. And that means like,
all in.
Yeah, all in, exactly. Like for acquisition costs, construction, furniture, because like people don't realize the furnishings that I do, like I'm doing a little bit higher quality furniture. To furnish this place right here is like $7,500.
You're talking to somebody who's doing a staging.
Yes, that's a lot of money.
I know.
You know, and we're just doing, we're not doing nothing crazy. One nightstand, one mattress, and furniture costs has gotten way up.
So can you buy some of them in bulk if you have 3 coming on?
You can. For me, what we do is I've created that a pad split shopping list. Okay. So if you guys ever want to get into this, or people who are viewing this, I have a pad split shopping list. So what I've done is I broke it down room by room by room.